One thing I wanted to remind you guys on is how reactions work. So each round, every character gets one reaction. And you could actually use it on your turn if like you moved and somebody used an opportunity attack, and then you had something that said like if something attacks you, you can hit them back or whatever. Use your reaction, so you could end up using your reaction on your own turn. But basically, you get one per turn, and one of the things you can do as your reaction is to ready an action. So, like, if there was something you wanted to do, but you wanted to wait till later on in the initiative, you could, like, prepare that, get ready to do it, and then at the moment you want to do it, you use your reaction to use it. So that was like what the crocodile did to Maxon last time, where he didn't do anything on his turn, but what he did, like the attack on Maxon wasn't an opportunity attack. He attacked as soon as Maxon got there because he readied his bite. And so when Maxon stepped up, he attacked immediately because that was actually his reaction using the ready to bite action. Make sense?
Mm.
Crikey.
Indeed.
Okay. Crikey. I just wanted
Crikey
to
indeed.
remind you guys of all that.
Okay.
All right. So last time, you guys traveled from the Barge right in to Red Larch, talked to some people, got back on the road, and started heading toward Westbridge. And on the way there, you were attacked by 3 giant crocodiles. You lost 2 drovers, a tire, and an ox.
Fuck, that's right.
Um, After the combat, you checked around a little bit. There were no other crocodiles, so you've got the 3 dead crocodile bodies. Maxon set to work on repairing the wheel. The convoy actually had 4 extra wheels,
Where's the
so
screwdriver?
right, he used his carpentry skills, the combination of his mending cantrip, and replaced the wheel on the wagon. The remaining 4 drovers and 6 drovers lads, while definitely shaken from the ordeal, um, have assured you that they can manage driving the wagons for the rest of the trip. Being down 2 people isn't so bad. The missing ox is a problem that'll need to be resolved sooner rather than later. It's going to be difficult um, with the weight of the wagons to be missing an ox. Um, you also looked around a bit and managed to determine that the farmer who had placed down the gravel and the hay more or less finished when he was attacked by the crocodiles and eaten. You found his blood on the hay. Um, and checking out the area, you discovered that he appeared to have had a horse and a cart that he brought the hay, and it looks like the horse and cart ran off when the crocodiles appeared. You can see the tracks of it leaving earlier that day. So that kind of whole ordeal explains itself. Um, while you guys are looking around and the repairs are happening, Strict will say that it's up to you guys, but he wants to travel 2 more hours. Number one, so that you don't lose any time off of the itinerary. And two, because he'd like to get away from this river. There's no more giant crocodiles right now. That doesn't mean there won't be any at all. And three, if you can manage to find a farm at some point as you travel down the road, he may be able to buy another pull animal. And it'd be nice to have that answer tonight rather than waiting until tomorrow. But ultimately, it's up to you guys.
Sounds reasonable to me. I don't think any of us are that hurt, right?
Nope.
Okay. Uh, is anybody proficient in nature?
No.
No.
Just Erkin?
I'm a +5 in nature.
Well, that's pretty good. I'll have you roll, and if you roll really bad, I'll roll for Erkin. Make a nature check.
Okay. Ooh, a 19 plus 5.
Wow, it's really good. All right.
Very good.
Based on the wind, the weather, the pressure, the light coming off the sun as it's going down, you can tell that a storm is coming and it could be a rough night.
Uh-oh.
What?
Looks like a storm is coming, everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Could
shit.
be a rough night.
What?
We
need to
must
get
seek
I
shelter.
relay that to Strict
What's-
as well, if you didn't already know.
What's the temperature like here? Is it pretty warm?
Pretty warm, yeah.
He's right, guys.
Strict, is there any shelter coming up soon? We could take shelter for this storm that's coming?
None that he knows of.
Well, I have my tiny hut, but that'll only seat 9 people.
I
Maybe
call a spot.
maybe if we're trying to find a farm, we stay in
I
the
can use-
barn or something.
I can use
call
my
spot.
hospitality.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Strict would have mentioned that, I would think, if there was a barn.
Or we're going to be looking for farmers, right? So we could ask them that if we find one.
Okay.
Okay. So on our schedule of keeping watch, Dundas and Maxon have the last 2 hours of their shift, and they're actually the only two that have gone at all today. So we'll have 2 more shifts after that, 8 to 12 and then 12 to 4. And they actually rolled pretty good last time. So this is still part of that last check. So you begin traveling down the road, and Restricted wanted to travel for 2 more hours, and about an hour and a half into that, down the road, both Maxon and Dundas, you can see that 2 carts are approaching, coming down the road from the opposite direction. Each one is pulled by a single mule. The cart in front has one driver wearing a cloak with the hood pulled up. He's holding the reins with one hand, and his other hand is beneath his cloak. The second wagon is driven by a smaller person in a straw hat. A piece of straw is sticking out from his mouth. He isn't quite covered up, but between the hat and his dirty face, his features are difficult to make out. He is either a halfling, a gnome, a child of a larger race, or something like that. The back of each cart is covered in hay. There is something beneath it, but it could be more hay.
How far off
What
are
the
they?
hey?
Pretty shady.
40 or 50 yards.
So not very far. Halt
I was
to
about to
our
say.
wagons.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Good
the
idea.
wagon stop.
And I want to notify everybody, we have people approaching from the oncoming, and there's 2 wagons from what I can see.
Okay.
So I kind of want to just wait there, have them kind of pull up, see what they do,
Okay.
and say hello once they get closer to hear me.
Yep. So, they don't change speed. They just kind of keep on going, and the road's a little thin. So as they start to go past, they have to pull off the road a little bit to keep going, but they keep going at the same pace. And the one in front, keeping his hand hidden from you, kind of looks over. Evening. And
Hey, good evening. There's a bad storm coming. You guys know of any shelter?
yeah.
Where are you heading?
To our farm.
Is that right?
They stop their carts.
Do you think we could take shelter at your farm?
The one in front pulls his hood back, and you see that he's a human, younger to middle aged. He looks pretty dirty. He's got a beard, full head of hair, and he says, "Well, that depends. What exactly do you need?"
Just a place to ride out the storm.
That's on, then we could be on our way.
Carry on.
Are those 2 the only ones up there talking?
They're the only like you're all inside your wagon still.
I'm using my hospitality in whatever way. I don't know if I have to roll for it or not.
No, you don't have to roll for it, but you do have to talk to him.
How far away is your farm? Roughly.
We're about a mile away.
What do you think?
Where are you coming from?
We were up in Westbridge,
Oh, very nice. How's it going up there?
same as anywhere else.
You run into anybody else on these trails or paths?
No, actually. It was a surprisingly clear trip.
We actually just ran into some crocodile and we lost an ox. We're looking to maybe get another one. Do you know if do you have any or do you know where we can get one?
I can sell you an ox.
That'd be great. Do you think we could follow you to your farm and purchase an ox and maybe just catch some shelter?
Yeah, all right.
Well, my name is Dundas. What is your name?
Murd.
Bird.
Murd.
And Murd?
Murd. Murd
Okay.
Crowfeather.
And what is your friend's name?
Oh, that's my son, Poe Crowfeather.
Okay, well, good to meet you. We do
Okay.
have a few more of our friends traveling with us. They are in the wagon over here. Um,
Yeah, all
yeah.
right. Kind of scratches the back of his head. Is this? Are you going to pay me for this? 'Cause that'd be
For what?
nice.
Yeah,
For shelter? Yeah, we can work something out. That'd be great. That's fine.
Well, come along then.
All right. Start following them.
So the carts keep going on down the road, and you follow them at their slower pace because they're just being pulled by mules. He turns off down a path at one point that goes past a few trees, and it's not too far before you see a big farmhouse with a barn next to it, and there's a couple other wagons and all, and there's other family members out that are kind of packing things up because they know the storm's coming too. So they're trying to get things out of the outdoors to keep it out of the elements and all. And he pulls up, and other people come out of the houses and they pull the hay off, and you can see that underneath the hay is bags of feed for the animals. It looks like the hay was just covering it up to protect it from the elements. They start putting all that away, and he kind of directs you over to the barn, uh, where the drovers and Strict and his men kind of go over to the barn, and they see that there's actually quite a lot of space in there. You're not going to be able to fit the wagons inside, but there's room for the oxen that you have, and it'll be a bit of a tight squeeze in terms of the people, but they can throw some hay down on the floor, and everybody can kind of sleep in a big pile to stay dry.
Okay. Hey guys, we're at this barn.
I want to get
Home,
out.
sweet
Alright.
home.
Somebody finally gets out.
Hey guys, I got a shelter, and we're gonna make a deal here and get an ox as well.
Oh, this looks great.
The guy's wife offers to let Maxon sleep in the house in the spare room.
Damn.
Gee, thanks.
Jealously look at Max.
Alright.
Well, you look like a
Typical.
local hero.
Oh, thanks for noticing.
Strict will negotiate with him regarding the purchase of the ox, and it appears you don't really have to worry about that part of it. Eventually, at one point, you see. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You see that the guy you were talking to, Murd. At one point, you do see him pull his hand from his cloak, and he's actually got a half-eaten chocolate bar, and he takes a quick bite and then hides it again.
Slick Rick. I see you.
Is he like the head of the family? Can
Yes.
we tell?
Yes, he
Okay,
is.
all right. I want to go up to him and thank him for allowing us to stay. I introduce myself and ask him what we owe him for allowing us to shelter here overnight.
Well, that's hard to say. It's not something that we do all that often. Uh, I don't know if I should try to charge by the head or by the room. Uh, about 10 gold?
Yeah, sure. That's fair. We appreciate your hospitality here.
Oh, wow. All right. Great. Thanks. Are you paying him?
Yes, I'll pay him 10 gold.
Pay him 10 gold.
I
He says,
Grim, go ahead.
well, listen. We absolutely needed this feed, and we missed market day at Red Lodge, so we had gone up. I, it was a real risk that we took. My family wasn't sure if I was going to come back or not. Now, nobody attacked me at all, but I'm wondering if maybe we weren't that good of a target. You know, two farmers with carts full of hay.
Hmm.
You know, so I'd be careful if I were you. Uh, Me personally, I'm gonna try not to make that trip before I absolutely have to.
Understood. Appreciate the warning. We've heard some tales that there's a lot of attacks on this trail lately.
There absolutely have been.
Any specifics that you've heard of?
Yeah, you hear all kinds of things. Regular bandits, guys dressed in robes, goblins, uh, little everything.
Okay. Is By the way, is there a Cleo Goodfellow north of here a bit? You ever heard of her?
No, can't say I ever heard of her.
Okay, all right. Person I used to know, and just curious if you had ever met her before, but that's all right.
No, it's I don't know much about too many people outside the Red Lodge area.
Yeah, she's a bit north of here, so. All right, well, we really appreciate you letting us uh, stay here in the barn with the storm coming.
Well, thanks for the
Should
gold.
should we just let the cart or other wagon people stay in the barn and we can stay in the tiny hut? That way we can
Yeah,
see every direction in the hut.
yeah, maybe we should at least people keeping watch stay out of the barn. But I guess we could
Yeah.
all stay in your tiny hut too.
Yeah, we can have 9 people.
Okay.
We can even have a couple civilian type people come with us.
So, like, what time is it? What's it look like right now?
It's 8 p.m. and the thunderstorm is starting.
I just want to mention I liked that guy, so that's why I was willing to give him 10 gold. Plus, it's the party money, so I don't care about it that much.
Use my ritual in my hut quick, by the way.
How long does
Inside.
that last?
8 hours.
Okay. So using it now, it's going to be out at 4 a.m. Just so you know.
Oh, okay, I guess I'll wait then.
Well, the thunderstorm
wait
is also
until-
starting.
You might as well use it if
You gotta
worst
decide
case we
when.
run into the barns.
Seeing as I rolled so high with nature, how long do I expect this storm to last?
Maybe 4 hours.
Okay, then I'll just do it now.
Yeah. I want to go in the hut. And I also mentioned, by the way, since it didn't, hopefully we won't be fighting anyone tonight, or even if we do, I've got quite a lot of spells available. We can ask a question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days, and I'll pray to my God and get an answer. I think that will be truthful. Does anyone have an idea of something we could ask?
Uh, Maybe when the next attack on us is gonna be.
Sure,
I
could do
mean, if
that.
I don't know, not like that, but like Is the path gonna be safe to Westbridge, or something along those lines?
Will we be attacked on our travel to Westbridge?
Yeah.
Everybody like that?
Sounds good to me.
Right.
So,
I wanna cast divination and pray and ask that question.
Okay. What is the sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion that's worth 25 gold that you use for this spell?
Um,
The ingredients are incense and a sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion, together worth at least 25 gold, which the spell consumes.
I will. I got a lot of diamonds.
It's got to be appropriate to your religion. And you don't have to use something you have. Like, as long as you're spending the 25 gold, you can just tell me, I happen to have this that I spent 25 gold in while we were in Red Larch.
um, yeah, I will use. Jeez, I just had my guy up here. I'll use a boot that I bought. 25 gold.
Sacrificing a
He
boot?
sacrificed a boot. He just pulls a butcher knife and chops it in half. It screams softly.
Oh man.
Oh shit. Okay.
So my guy's symbol is a boot and a mace. That's why that spirit guardians is all those boots, and my
Well,
spiritual
and
weapon's
it's
a
a
mace.
it's a boot because he's god of wanderers.
Wanderers, yes, that's
All
right.
right. Okay. What was your question?
Will we be attacked on our travel to Westbridge? Or will we be safe on our travel to Westbridge? I think was actually what I said before.
Okay. I need to know what your question is. I don't care what you said before. What is your question?
Question is, will we make it to Westbridge without being attacked?
Nice.
Uh. Very likely that you won't be attacked.
Okay.
Ooh.
very specific.
I tell I report this after my diligent prayers over the remains of the boot.
All right. What happens is he gets a boner, and depending on which way it leans, that's what he knows what the answer is.
I see.
Whoa, straight up!
Oh, that's the best.
All right. Okay. Who is taking the 8 to 12 shift?
I will.
I think I usually take the next two, right?
I don't know.
12 to 4, 4 to 8.
Who took the earlier shift? I forget. Dundas and Maxon?
Yeah, 12 to 4 and 4 to noon to 4 and 4 to 8 were both Dundas and Maxon, and you didn't have to worry about it before that because you were in Red Larch.
So we got me, you, Erkin, and Percy left.
Yeah, do we want to have you and Percy do this one?
Yeah, Percy's good to go.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Aaron and Percy. Fine. All right, make your checks. Perception.
6.
14.
6 total.
Roll a 2. Roll a 2.
All right. Neither of you notice anything during the whole shift. Who knows if anything happened? But you don't notice.
I got into reading my book too.
While he's on
hard.
watch, he's reading a book.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Pay attention!
I saw the lightning and it made me think of a lightning spell that I might be able to learn.
I'm like doing a jogging session with the wagons.
Nice. Maxon's out working on his toughness. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. If anybody was going to work on the second thing from your level up, the thing that I said you could choose to earn instead of just getting for free, DM me what it is so that I know. That way, when you do odd things, I know why. Again, that's not mandatory. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But the four of you all took the ability score increase, and Erkin took a feat. So he's the only one that could work on ability scores. The rest of you would have to be working on a specific feat. All right. 12 to 4 is Grimgar and who?
Erkin,
Do
or do you want
Arkin,
to have
yeah.
Percy do it since we have extra people?
Do Arkin.
Erkin.
Okay, Grimgar and Erkin. I gotta look at that feat he was, or the feature he was talking about. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make a wisdom check related to your favored terrain type. So I would say he gets that for this. So his perception is going to be +9.
Wow. I rolled a 19 plus 5, so 24.
Well, he rolled
Yeah.
a 5 plus 9. 24. All right. Your shift goes by, and you don't notice or see anything. It's still storming out, so it'd be hard to see anything anyway. Toward the end of the shift, as the thunderstorm is fading down, you can hear Strict talking to somebody in the barn. Can't make it out from outside the barn.
Can I exit the tiny hut?
Yeah.
I want to go in there and see who he's talking to.
Okay. You exit the tiny hut, walk over to the barn, and open up the door. And when you do, the talking stops, and you look around at everybody, and you see all the scouts, all the drovers' lads are still sleeping on the floor. You don't see Strict, but there are quite a few stalls in this barn, and not all of them have animals in them.
Okay.
But you did just hear him talking in here.
I guess if I can walk around the barn quietly, like I don't want to wake anybody up, but just see like if I see him in the stalls and look for him.
Yeah, if you look around, you can see that he's in one of the stalls, and he's curled up, and his parrot is kind of standing in the corner. However, parrots sleep. I don't know. They put their beak under their wing or something like that. In the corner closest, actually, to where your hut was. That's why you could hear him.
Is he sleeping? Does it look like he's sleeping, I should say?
Make another perception check.
13 plus 5, so 18.
18. He is pretending to sleep.
All right, I'll leave him be for now.
Right.
I'll go back out into the hut.
Okay. You go about back into the hut, and your shift ends at 4 o'clock. The plan was for, because you ended up, everybody went to sleep early because of the thunderstorm, that this next morning, instead of getting up at 7 and leaving at 8, the plan is to get up at 5 and leave at 6. And it's currently 4. This is the last shift of this day. And who is taking it?
I'll take it again.
Okay.
Could have Percy do it.
Grimgar and Percy. Okay, so nobody did an extra one today. Erkin's gonna do it too, just because. Why not? He's got a second one for the day. He might as well. Total of 19 for him.
I rolled a 1 this
10.
time.
Okay, so a negative 1,000. Percy?
10.
10. Alright. See, good thing Erkin did it. But nothing happens. Well, at least not before the wagons get ready to leave. So everything gets packed up. You say your goodbyes. Maxon comes out of the house with a cup of coffee. And he's like eating a croissant.
I say, where'd you get the croissant?
Oh, the missus made it.
It's like super fresh. It smells great.
Think she'd give me one?
You gotta ask her nicely.
I'm gonna stick my head in the house and ask for a croissant.
All right, make a persuasion check.
8 plus 1, 9.
9. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. They're all gone.
Oh, that's all right. Like, dejectedly go back out.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
All right. Everything gets packed up, and you get back up on the road, and you travel from 6 to 8. And again, the three of you keeping watch don't see anything. All right. First check of this new day, 8 to noon. Who's doing it?
Done this.
And the next session after this one, the noon to 4, is when you're expected to arrive at Westbridge. Okay, just so you know. So this one is the bulk of travel. You're basically traveling for 8 hours, and at the end of the 8 hours of travel, you're gonna arrive in Westbridge. Okay, so Dundas, 8 to noon. Who else?
Should be Maxon, I think.
Maxon, yep.
Yeah.
I'll try to
Dundas and
remember.
Maxon on the 8 to noon. The other thing to keep in mind if you wanted to throw 3 people at something is that the time in Westbridge, while you still might want to keep an eye out for things, it's not going to be the normal stuff because you'll be in a town. But
Alright.
anyway, make your checks.
Oh, yeah. 15.
What is this, perception?
Yes.
20 total.
Nice.
All right, you two. Let's see. Okay. Head on the road. Probably about 100 yards off. You see 2 wagons pulled off to the side, with 4 horses total tied up to trees. You can see that there is a hooded man sitting beneath a tree eating an apple, and there is a male dwarf wearing glasses sitting on a stool, and he is apparently, from this distance, soaking a rag in a tub of water. He's also got a small desk set up. These are the only 2 people you see by these wagons.
We got a settlement ahead.
Wake the others. Or alert the others.
Well, Grimgar probably is sleeping because he sleeps.
Yeah, I'm asleep. Yeah.
I'll go wake the others.
Okay.
Are we under attack?
We're coming up on a settlement.
No, we're not under attack.
I turn
I
over
have
and go
to-
back to sleep.
We'll let Theron and Birkin know.
I also tell them.
We can approach cautiously. And as we get closer, say hello there.
Okay. Yeah. So you get close enough to shout out a greeting, and the dwarf kind of startles, and
Like, they're
looks.
not blocking the way, are they?
No, they're on the side of the road. The dwarf kind of startles and looks up at you. And says, "Oh, hello."
My name is Dundas. What is your name?
He had started to go back to whatever he was doing, and he stops again and turns towards you. And goes, I'm Arthur.
Everything going okay today, Arthur?
Yes, yes, everything's fine.
You haven't heard of any recent attacks lately?
I mean, yes, the roads are a fairly dangerous place, but we haven't been on this road for all that long yet, and we decided to take a break for a day on our way up north.
Oh, nice. We're heading to Westbridge. Where are you going?
We'll eventually go that way. We haven't thought past Tribor so far.
What is your mission?
This is an awful lot of questions for a stranger.
I'm no stranger. I'm a friend.
Okay, I guess make a perception or a persuasion check.
I'm a friend.
Persuasion is plus 5. Nice. So 17.
17. He says, well, my friend here is a merchant, and I make books.
Oh, what kind of books?
Books, you say?
I have a couple of friends here who love books.
All kinds of books. I don't write them myself. I make copies of them by hand.
No copy machine.
Is that a skill you have?
Yeah, I write them all down and bind them up into books, and then I sell them.
So what kind of books do you have for sale right now?
Uh,
Any?
Mostly dwarven histories.
Mm.
And that's why we were up at the Vale. I was trying to see if they had anything up there that was worth copying.
Well,
I also do a little bit of trade in gems. If you had any interest in that sort of thing.
actually, I do. I have this,
You still up on the wagon?
I would have approached him by
So the
now.
wagon stopped.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We're like still like going by over. Yeah. So stop. I wanted to stop. We're how do you stop this fucking thing? So yeah, I would have approached him.
All right. When
And
when you approach, the guy under the tree says, "Be careful, my friend. This one will rob you blind." He pulls the hood back, and it's guacamole.
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 It's a Baxi.
Yeah.
The cat person that sells magic items.
Oh yeah.
Guac.
He
Seen
stands
you
up.
before.
He stands up and comes over.
I'm still looking around, making sure nothing fishy's going on.
All right.
I have this emerald brooch. I would like to sell.
Okay. Do you hand it to him?
I hold it.
Okay. Says, okay. I need to look at it to determine what I think it's worth.
All right. I hand him it.
Okay. I don't know that you guys enjoy all that much of the role play for this type of thing. Right?
Bartering, you mean?
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't mind it, but
Yeah, I don't mind it. I have some turquoise stones I want to sell.
Well, the question is, do we want to just jump ahead to rolling for stuff and then you sell it to him for whatever the result is?
Either way,
I'm
I
okay
like
with that too.
talking to him. Let's
We can
talk.
do it
I want
one
to
at a
talk.
time. Okay. All right. So do you let him look at it?
I do.
Okay. Trying to find it on your inventory. Brooch there. Okay. All right. Let me make his check to see what he thinks it's worth. Holy shit, that's a big die. Okay. All right. He says, "Yep. This is pretty nice. It's It's a little dinged up, but I could give you 100 gold for that.
100 gold, you say?
Oh,
We could make it 175, because I know it's worth 200.
okay. Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh, 19 plus 5. 24.
Okay. Right. He says, "All right, all right. I'll give you 150."
Okay. Deal.
Okay. So you can take that out and add 150 gold to yours.
Nice.
If you all are interested in buying anything, I got a few diamonds here I'm willing to sell as well.
How about this silver chain? Would you want to buy this? I pull it out and dangle it.
Silver chain. You can take a look at it, sure.
Here you are.
Okay. Why don't you actually make an intelligence check?
Okay.
Because the number being there isn't entirely fair. Because you
Right.
don't really know what it's worth. You're not a jewelry expert.
Right. Intelligence negative. Oh my god. 10.
10. Okay. All right. What that means is you know that it's worth something, but you're a little vague on exactly how much. Could be 100, could be 10. That
Right.
kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Um, and he says, yeah, he says, yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, worst case scenario, it seems to be pure. It could be melted down into something else. I'll give you 10 gold for that. You can still argue higher though.
Right.
It just means you're less sure about its actual value.
10 gold? That is it? Do I look crazy?
It doesn't have any gems or anything like that.
Ah, good point. Deal.
All right. Okay, you can do that.
What? I did. Anybody else have some goodies they want to sell? I walk back to the wagon wherever everyone else is. I just made some money.
I mean,
Some chipley stones.
I have jewelry, but I don't think I want to sell it to this guy.
What do you mean? uh, I say thank you.
Does
Keep
anybody
doing business.
wake Grimgar back up?
What's that?
I said, does anybody wake Grimgar back up?
Nah.
Yeah, I tell him about the
Didn't sleep.
books that's there.
Okay, then I would get up and go investigate this.
Okay.
And introduce myself, and I hear you have some dwarven books for sale.
Yeah, I'm mostly working on restocking my supply, but I got some stuff. I don't know if there's anything in particular you were interested in reading about.
Well, I'm always very interested in my god, Martha Mordoon, of course. Anything on him?
Sure, yeah, I got the religious text here you could buy.
Sure. How much is it?
It's only 5 gold.
Oh, for sure, yes.
Okay.
I don't try to negotiate on that.
Right.
So I will buy that from him.
Meanwhile, I am going to post a list of Guacamole's inventory right now, the different things he has. In case somebody wants to.
Avocados. Okay.
He's got all of those things. Each link, the end of the link tells you what it is, so you know whether or not you're interested in clicking on it.
Where was that? DD text.
Um,
Would you post it in? Sorry.
The D&D text.
That's what I thought.
yeah.
Oh, all that stuff. Okay. I
Yeah,
thought I was
see
looking
if,
at something else.
how it
Wow.
looks.
Oh, wow.
Well, I can post this. This is the quantities of things he has, but the one thing missing from the list. For some reason, it's not on the list. I'll just post that separate. And we'll let if there's anything Chris wants, I'll let him go back next time and buy stuff. So to just read it off for you, he's selling 3 different pieces of magical equipment: a dagger of silence, a chain amulet, and a cloak of alacrity. And then for potions, he's got elixir of magical detection, potion of healing, potion of greater healing, bottled breath, potion of treasure finding, potion of cold resistance, lightning resistance, potion of action surge, superior healing, meticulous accuracy, flying, arcane recovery. And then he's got scrolls of comprehend language, fog cloud, ice knife, false life, mirror image, scorching ray, warding wind, magic circle, summon lesser demon. And then usable items, he's got ice arrows, phasing arrows, fossilization arrows, tranquil bolts, meaning for crossbows. And he's got 3 of something called unicorn's benediction.
Whoa.
Wow.
So he's got a lot of things for sale.
What was that accuracy thing?
You have to click the link to read about it. Potion of meticulous accuracy.
That chain amulet's good for you, Dundas.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. It's pretty sweet.
Cloak's pretty good too.
Cloak would be really good for like Urkin or something.
Yeah.
Very dry.
Or for someone who sucks with initiative.
Yeah, it's good for me, but I wouldn't wear it, I think, enough to make it worth it.
Yeah.
And it requires attunement, so you gotta have it prepared
Right.
ahead of time.
Which thing?
Cloak of Alacrity.
Oh.
I think I want these fossilization arrows.
Are any of those scrolls useful
The dagger's
to you,
cool
Theron?
too. I don't know much about the magic circle. I have to look at that. But the rest I don't think.
That's the one Joe used before in our fight with the Bullymong. If I'm thinking it's the right thing.
I'll look it up.
I think I can prepare it. I don't know if I have it prepared. Yeah.
Just remember the casting time is a minute. I messed that up before.
Yeah. Yeah, 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder. I think it only
Oh,
affects
wow,
celestials,
so-
elementals, fey fiends, or undead.
So this would take fucking forever. You wouldn't be able to really do this in a fight.
Well, if we had like done it at the start of the fight, it would have been useful.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good starter move.
So,
This flying monkey looks awesome. He just looks cool.
like if we saw a group of guys and were able to use it, that'd be really powerful.
Yeah, why don't I? How much is the magic circle scroll?
Just quickly.
Just a second.
Was Zirkin trying to dual wield daggers at one point?
I don't remember.
So dagger silence would be really good if he was. It's more for a rogue though, I think.
Oh wow.
Plus you can throw it, which is cool.
I mean, if you're certain there's something that Erkin would want, you could do it now, but I'm going to let him go back and at the beginning of the next session, he's here and
I
buy
wanna
this stuff if he wants
Yeah.
to.
Well, okay.
try
Well,
to get this
yeah, that
chain
sounds good.
amulet.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I didn't update that. Okay. Let's see. It should be the same scale, really, as potions. And that one is what level?
Level 3.
Level 3 spell. So he would tell you that it is 300 gold.
Oof. Is there any bartering involved with this guy?
Yeah.
What if I gave you these turquoise stones and you take off 150? Got 12 stones here.
He says he'll take off 130.
Deal. So 170.
I should have had you roll persuasion, but I based that based on his perception that he would do that. So
Yeah, I have
It
the
doesn't
stones
matter.
listed as worth 120, so
yeah,
I'll take that as a win.
Yep, you can do that.
Okay, so 170.
Yep, take off 170 in the stones, and you can give yourself a scroll of magic circle.
I do remind everyone that we've got a party money item of almost 10,000 gold. Plus, I'm going to try to sell some stuff to this other guy in a second, but I'll let anyone else buy that wants to buy.
I want
Potions would probably be good then. Those greater healing potions would be good. Elixir of magical detection would probably be good.
I want
chain
those
amulet for
arrows.
doneness.
Okay, chain
Yeah.
amulet. Let me see here. He tells you that the chain amulet will cost 2,000 gold.
I bet my Well, I kind of just go, oh, okay, and I go and tell you guys.
How much did you say? 12,000?
2,000.
2,000. So try to talk him down a little bit anyway.
Yeah, you're pretty good with your
Okay,
words,
let me.
Dongus.
Did you guys see what that item does?
I'm looking
I
at it
actually
now.
did.
Yeah, that's
What
pretty
was it?
sweet.
It expands his the different types of familiars he can have, and it adds Quickling, Younger Fairy Dragon, Flying Monkey, and Monkey Submariner.
That's cool.
My monkey.
Yeah, we should get him that.
He can
Use the
literally
party
get
money.
an underwater monkey.
That's awesome.
I go back up
Yeah.
to him and say, yeah, after talking to my friends, we've all, I want to try to persuade him to come down to about, 1,300.
All right, make a perception or a persuasion check. I always
Can you
mention.
offer him anything?
I
Well,
don't
once
have
he's got a price, he can worry about bartering after.
Let's see if this is a good roll. Plus 5, so 15.
15. He says that the lowest he'll come down is 1700.
Okay.
I hand Dundas the feather pattern golden ring set with a garnet. Let's see about offering him this.
What
If
if
he'll come down some more.
I offer you this as well? And I kind of just display it all nice on my hand.
All right. Okay. Golden ring set with a garnet. He says, "Well, I don't really deal in jewelry that isn't magical. Um, uh, he, I could take 100 gold off for that."
Yes.
Do I roll?
Um,
If that's a good
I don't.
idea. Or-
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck that is. You're right behind me in my ear.
Your
It's like,
perception, or not? I'm sorry. It's intelligence. Period.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
You rolled a 12. I have plus 0 there, so 12.
12. You think it's probably worth 150?
Yeah, I say 150 off of that.
Okay, now make a persuasion check.
4 plus
Plus
1,
one.
5.
He says, "No, I'm sorry. I don't deal in I don't deal in jewelry. 100 gold is the most I'll give you for it."
Uh, let's just pay him the 1700 then.
okay.
All right. So Grimgar, using the party money, pays 1700 for that, and you can add the chain amulet to your inventory.
Woo! Thanks, guys. I start crying. No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
1700.
Quickling's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's what I really like him.
How much does he want for all those arrows?
All the arrows?
Ice phasing and fossilization.
Yeah. All right. So he's got 10 ice arrows, right?
Yep.
Okay. He says the ice arrows, he's selling those for 100 gold each. The phasing arrows, he's selling for 75 gold each. And the fossilization arrows. Oh, I typed it. I spelled it right. Fossilization arrows, he's selling for 150 gold each.
Okay. I also have jewelry that I can take 100 off.
All right, what do you have?
I think it's just that's what it is jewelry,
Oh,
but I think it's worth like 100.
okay. You just wrote jewelry. All right. Okay. He says, "Yeah. I don't really deal in jewelry, but I don't know. I could give you like 100 gold for it."
All right, so let me buy 5 ice arrows.
Okay. So 5 ice arrows at 100 gold each, minus your jewelry. That costs you 400 gold. 400
I can pay
gold.
for it. Out of the party money.
Sweet.
Okay.
Take
So
out the jewelry.
400 gold. Yep, and take out the jewelry.
Okay.
And you should be able to just add the ice arrows. I'm pretty sure I've got them in there the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay.
Okay.
And then do we want to get some of these potions
So
there in your thing?
the ice arrow, for anybody who didn't
Sorry.
look, when they land, they create an explosive burst of cold that expands out to a 10-foot radius, and each creature in the radius makes a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, taking 4d6 cold damage on a failed save or half on a success. Furthermore, any creature who fails the saving throw is paralyzed for 2 turns or until the creature is sufficiently warmed up, such as there being
Oh,
a bonfire or something like that.
very sweet.
Yeah.
You don't want any of the other arrows, Max?
Let's see, it would be those fossilization ones are pretty good too. They petrify.
Sure. Let's get those.
You want? I think it's 600 for 4,
Yep,
300 for 2.
Yep.
I say, what about 500 for all 4 of them?
Persuasion check.
Roll.
Sorry. Jeez, I'm real terrible. 4. No, I'm sorry, 5.
These are really hard to make. I really can't give a discount on them.
I say we just buy them.
All 4 of them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
You guys have a lot of party
That's
money.
Yeah, I know. So I don't really care.
You're
600
like,
off
oh
of
wow, 100 gold. Ryan's like, we have 10,000 party gold.
Yeah, we
I
still have
know,
6,750 even after all this buying. Plus, I have some other stuff to sell, like on your. Anybody else? Theron, you think we should buy some potions?
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, he's got 3 potions of
Mm.
healing, 2 potions of greater healing, and 1 superior healing.
Well, how much does a superior do? I could find it.
Superior healing is 8d4 plus 8,
Oh,
which is an
I
average
don't
of
know, do we,
28.
with having Grimgar, though, do we really need one that much? Probably super expensive too.
250
I,
gold for a potion of superior healing.
not
I
that
feel like
bad.
potions are really more just to get us from dead, you know? How often we be healing in battle like that?
True.
Yeah, but not a bad thing to have either.
Yeah, that's true too. Are there
We
any of
always
the
always seem to be running out of
special
one.
potions that we want? I already have a bunch of resistance potions that I haven't used yet.
I have one
Treasure
potion.
finding could be cool.
Let's see. Shit. Actually, I have 3 of them. I lied.
Did Maxon get the fearless accuracy one?
Oh, I looked at it. I mean, it just gives me
Gives you a vagina, would you say?
advantage.
Keep
Oh,
that one.
okay. I mean, you're shooting, you're shooting so good that probably not even necessary.
It's weapon or cantrip attacks have advantage.
Treasure finding could be sweet though.
And
Arcane recovery
don't
could be
forget what's
sweet.
not on the image is the unicorn's benediction too. So don't forget that's a thing,
Oh yeah, fuck, I
which
forgot about
is
that.
not really a potion, but still works the same way.
You get that? Pretty sweet.
Who's proficient in alchemist?
That
Oh
doesn't
no,
matter
How
unless.
much is that?
creatures. Only creatures with it. Okay.
No.
Yeah, to craft
Everything's a
it, just if you're
creature.
crafting it.
Yeah, we're all 3.
Yeah, whenever I make up something like that, I always put the crafting instructions in with it in case you ever want to make it somehow. I did the same thing with the autumn crocus, the healing version of that, where I put the crafting instructions in it.
So that seems really fucking good. Wait, how often can you use it?
It's a use item.
Yeah, he's got
So you
3 of
use
them.
it you have one use and it's done. It's got
Yes.
3,
Yeah.
and then it disappears forever, kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Like my arrows.
How did you see that it had 3 uses?
It's on Joe's list. 3.
He's got 3 in stock.
Oh, okay. 3 in stock. That's what you meant. Okay.
How much are those? I ask him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Unicorn's Benediction is 150 gold.
So
For
if you
each
got all
each one.
3, be 450.
Yeah.
Think it's worth it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll buy that. You want to add them to your inventory?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So you buy those. Yep.
And then let's get the potions of greater healing and the potion of superior healing. How much would it be for those?
The potions of greater healing are 100 gold each. And the potion of superior healing is 250.
See, give me that one for 200.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
One of these will be a good roll. 20. I rolled a 20.
Okay. Yeah, he'll give it to you for 200.
Yeah.
You just gonna add them to yours?
No. Somebody else should probably take them. I've still got 3 potions of healing somehow.
I have a potion.
So, and plus, I can heal versus most other people can't. Who wants those?
What are they?
2 potions of greater healing and 1 potion of superior healing.
Birkin has
Take it.
1 potion of greater.
I'll take 1 greater. Or all of them. I don't give a shit. Like, I have 3 potions of healing.
Okay.
So I'll just take.
Yeah.
What do you want to give me?
Yeah, take a greater healing. Maxton, you want to take a greater healing?
Yeah, I'll take one.
And Travis, you want the superior healing?
Sure.
Using those in combat are a bonus action too, so.
True.
All right. I'm good for potions at the moment. I want to go to the other guy and try to. I say you. So you sell, or I'm sorry, you buy
Well, hold on,
jewelry. Is that right?
Let's finish with Guac
Right.
first. So, nobody wants any other potions or scrolls or anything?
I'm
So what's left for Chris is probably to think about whether he wants the dagger or the cloak. And then also the tranquil bolts. I think he has a crossbow.
Yeah, I think
You're
you
right.
So he might want to consider those too.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Back to the other guy.
I say, so you buy jewelry and gems. Is that right?
Yeah.
I've got several things here. You could take a look and give me a price. Maybe I'll be willing to sell them.
Alright, what do you got?
I want to show him, or I'll hand over to him the diadem
Okay. Huh.
and the feather pattern golden ring set with a garnet
Okay.
and the platinum torque, ruby pendant, and then I'll give him one of the pearls and say, I got 20 of these.
All right. What was the last thing? You got 20 of?
Pearls.
He says, now I don't want to know where you got any of this.
This is
Nobody.
all acquired legitimately.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Blood stains all over him.
This is an awful strange place to be selling this kind of stuff.
Well, no one ever wants to buy it. It's hard to find a jeweler around these parts, that appreciates
He says,
quality jewelry.
I am obligated as somebody who buys and sells gems and jewelry to shortchange you on this. he he holds up the fucking the diadem worth 6,000 gold. He says, "Why the fuck do you even have this?" And he's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna shortchange you on it, but my God, it's like a giant diamond.
Thank you. I acquired it through various means.
He says, "All right, I'll give you 4,840 gold for the lot."
No.
Well,
I'll get way more than that in Yartar.
that's all the money I got left.
Well, you don't got to buy all of it. How about for the platinum torque?
Platinum torque. He says, it's pretty nice. Give you 1,500 gold for it.
Uh,
Why don't you roll your intelligence to see what you think it's worth?
Yep. 17.
All right. You think it's worth a little bit more than
Say, how about 1550?
that. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
14 and a 3, so 14.
Yeah, 1550 is fine.
Okay. I will sell it to him for that. Hold on a second, I'm doing math. Okay, and I say, how about this ruby pendant?
It's not as nice as a lot of the other stuff you got. I can give you 20 gold for that.
I'll roll intelligence. 7.
That seems pretty fair.
Yeah, I'll sell it to him then.
Okay. Right?
That's good for now. I don't want to spend all day selling them stuff.
Okay.
I'll wait till Yartar. Hopefully, if we get there, to try to sell some
Is
other
there
stuff.
any magic items you guys wanted to try to sell to Guac? Nope.
Um,
Maybe my spider staff. I don't know if anyone's ever gonna use this thing.
No, I don't think so for me.
How much can I get for the spider staff?
Okay, let's see. That's a rare item. Hope I closed my rare magic item. He says, yeah, I could give you, say, 800 gold for that.
Okay.
Or if you want, if you give me that and say 300 gold pieces, I could give you the Cloak of Alacrity.
Yeah, I'll look at that again.
Pretty good.
It's a pretty good upgrade to the spider staff, I think, too. I probably won't use it, but maybe I'll put it on in certain situations. All right, let's do that. So 300 gold.
It's the kind of item where you may not use it day to day, but it doesn't matter what level you are, it could be useful at some point.
Yeah.
I'll take it out of the party money, Travis.
Oh, okay.
The last line there is also kind of a big deal. It says, anytime you are surprised and wouldn't ordinarily have a turn during the surprise turn, you may instead take a turn on initiative count 1. So whenever you're surprised, it's like getting a bonus turn, too.
Yeah, it is a good item.
Alright, so the spider staff and 300 gold, and you get that.
Okay.
I took off 300.
I still have to spend time to attune to it, though. Right?
Yeah, it would take an hour.
I knew that. I don't know why I asked.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you fellows.
If you run into anything down the road that we need to be aware of as we travel north, any warnings you could send back, be appreciated should we ever meet again.
Will do. How far north are you going?
We haven't decided yet. Right now we're making our way to Tribor and we see where we go from there.
Got it.
Alright. You get back on the road. You finish off the 8 to noon shift of traveling. I gotta look back at the schedule here. Hold on. Right, you were traveling without resting because trying to just get to Westbridge. Okay. So 12 to 4. So 8 to noon you did Dundas and Maxon. Who's doing a 12 to 4?
I'll keep going. Unless, because we're about to go to that town, he said. So.
Yeah, you should get
Oh,
to
no.
the town at the end of this shift.
What the fuck just happened? Yeah, I'll keep doing it with Maxim then. You do with that?
I'm good. Yeah.
Just keep doing.
Okay, make your rolls.
All right. 18. 18.
I also got 18.
18. Okay.
Gangster.
All right. You begin traveling down the road, and before long, you come to the turnoff that leads to Cleo's orchard. I'm assuming you just go
Yes.
by, or what?
I say we speed up a little bit.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Okay.
Well, I'm sleeping, so nothing. Sorry.
All right. You travel past it, and you keep going. Um, and as you approach the town of Westbridge, you see a checkpoint set up, similar to the ones you saw outside of Red Larch. While Red Larch had one citizen and a trustee conducting the searches, neither of which had any much in the way of armor or weapons, Westbridge appears to have 3 armored individuals running the checkpoint. 3 men stand, waiting for you. They have an odd posture, with arms hanging limply at their sides, their hips bent slightly rather than standing at attention. Their armor is mismatched, though that isn't surprising for Westbridge. You'll recall that Wamford had only Sir Herrick, and Red Larch has their butchers that they turn into trustees. So you wouldn't imagine that the small town of Westbridge has an organized military. Even Tribor, which is much bigger, only has the 12. They also don't appear to be holding their weapons. Some posts have been stuck into the ground, and a piece of canvas hangs from it, blocking your view of the town. The canvas is about 20 feet wide, 7 feet, or 25 feet wide, 7 feet high, and it also blocks the road in front of you.
I'll let everybody know. Hey, we're approaching the town. Checkpoint. And I just keep rolling up to see what their reaction is.
As you approach, one kind of holds up his hand, and you get up to the front of the canvas, and the wagons all stop, and you notice that despite the mismatched armor, the 3 of them, you can't see an inch of skin at all on any of the 3 of them. And they don't say anything. They appear to be just kind of walking along the side of the wagons, examining them.
Hello.
They don't say anything,
Alright.
and they just keep examining the wagons.
May we gain entry?
Cat got his tongue. Let me see. Don't.
One finally looks at Dundas and says, "Take it all out!"
Take.
Take what out?
He holds up his arms, and his wrists kind of flap a little bit. And he says, "All the things! Take all the things out!"
That's gonna take quite a while. How about you just go ahead and look around?
He looks at one of the other guys, then looks at the other one, kind of looks back to you, kind of claps his hands together, and he says, "Take all the things out!"
What the hell's that guy who's with us? His name's Stitch?
Strict.
Strict. I ask Strict what he wants to do.
Uh, well, the this whole thing is up to you. This seems awfully inordinary.
Hmm. All right.
We've never had to do something quite like this before.
Okay. I say, okay, 1 second. I go to our wherever our guys are, wagon, and tell them what's going on, and just can I roll to see if I feel like something's off?
Sure.
What I roll for that?
Perception. Yep.
15.
15. Um, his arms are too short for the armor he's wearing. Like his
Right.
hands must end before the gloves,
Huh.
and they walk awfully funny.
I like
Like they've got too many joints or not enough or something.
right. So I'm not feeling right about it. Okay, so yeah, I tell you guys that I think these guys are full of shit. I want
Yeah,
to
this
empty the wagons. They're
cer-
they're not looking right.
certainly sounds strange. I want to jump out of the wagon,
Okay, you jump out of the wagon.
go up to the guy that's been talking. Hello, sir. Who are you?
Take all the things out.
What's your name?
He slaps you across the face.
I get my axe out.
Uh huh.
Say, who are you?
We're in charge.
Uh-huh. By whose authority?
He looks over at the one guy and looks back at you. The chief authority leader.
I
Right.
I tackle him. I jump to tackle him.
Right. When you tackle him, the breastplate separates from the pants, and you're laying on the ground holding a pair of pants, and there's a goblin head poking out of it.
Mhm.
And,
Awesome.
and when that happens, he scrambles out of the pants and just takes off running to the east. And in that moment, not only do the other two guys just split in half, and four more goblins go running off, but in the bushes on either side of the road, you see there's a number of goblins who were hiding in the bushes who also just take off running.
Okay. I
What the?
don't try to go after them.
I would
Well,
have guessed
there's
again.
still one laying next to you. He seems to be
Oh,
he's stuck inside the breastplate.
yeah, I want to grab him.
Yes.
What do you grab
Sure.
him by?
The neck, I guess, if I can see his head.
Oh, you can't see his head.
Oh, what can I see of him?
Well, he's inside the breastplate, so you can. His legs are kicking right now.
I'm gonna grab his legs
Okay.
and yank him out.
All right. Make a strength athletics check.
Uh,
Is this like a part where I
oh
can?
man, 25.
25. All right. You rip him out and rip both of his arms. Just are stuck inside, and now he's just an
Oh,
armless
I
goblin.
didn't mean to like
Well,
kill him.
yeah. Well, he was stuck, and you rolled a 25. So he's just
God damn.
bleeding from the arms in front of you.
Say, oh shit.
Maybe I can use mending on it.
I don't think men works for that.
He
The
coughs,
goblin.
he coughs out blood and throws up just all over your boots.
Yeah.
Say my boots. The goblin, what are you doing here?
I walk over to him, just stab him in the neck with a dagger.
Okay, you don't have to roll. He's already dead when you stab him.
Say, damn it, I didn't mean to kill him. I was just trying to get him out of that armor.
Yeah, you got him out.
Dang, I
alright.
was trying to put him out of his misery. Too late. Stab him
Oh
one more
wow.
time.
It's a bunch of stupid goblins, I suppose. All right. Did they leave armor and stuff behind?
But
It's
whose armor
not.
did it belong to before?
It's not really useful. It's a collection of odds and ends.
No. Okay. Well, just throw it on the side of the road. Let's check it for identifying markings.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Maxon, you wanna do that? You suggested it.
I can do it. 13 plus 4 now.
13 plus 4, 17. There's no identifying marks on this, and a lot of it's actually pretty old.
So here we're just using an old checkpoint.
How far out from the town is this checkpoint?
It's like half a mile.
Okay.
I mean, you should be able to see the town, but the canvas on the road is blocking it.
Gotcha.
Let's take the canvas with us so they can't use that again anyway. I'm sure they'll find new at some point, but
Sure.
Yeah, you roll up the canvas and put it in one of the wagons.
I go try to take a quick nap before we get back to town.
All right.
Shall we?
All right. So you continue on, and you enter the town of Westbridge that you were last in so long ago. You kind of park up, and you aren't quite sure yet whether the plan was to stay the night or not. So when you get out of the wagons and you go over to talk to Strict, you see that he's already deep into a conversation. One of the drovers, her name is Ilstra, and just kind of listening in while they discuss it. Ilstra is saying that she wants to stay the night to take extra time to allow the drovers to inspect the wagons for any problems. Strix thinks she just wants him to pay for accommodations and would rather get farther down the road. He says that they should only rest for 2 hours, and then they can travel at least 8 more miles today. He says that's important because at the tail end of the trip to Tribor, you'll have to travel through Black Maw Bog, and he'd rather not get stuck in there. Tomorrow, he wants to stop for the night just outside of the bog. That way, you can travel through it first thing the next morning with no risk of being caught in the bog at night. She says that things will be worse if one of the wagons breaks down tomorrow while they're traveling.
That's a good point.
I like William Straight's suggestion.
We feel pretty confident if a wagon were to break, we could handle that, yeah?
Yeah, we've got some spare parts still.
Okay.
Maybe we could try to buy another wheel here or in Tribor, since we did use one.
They have 3 more spares and 2 spare axles.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm cool with leaning towards what he wants to do as well. Anybody else?
No.
Okay, so while they inspect the wagons for 2 hours and take a break, what do you guys want to do in Westbridge?
So, quick out of game reminder. I didn't take great notes on it, but there was a Harvest Inn here. Haravan Dragon was the innkeeper. There was a carpenter in town, Simel Volan, and I think he had taken care of Cleo Goodfellow,
Yeah,
if I
he's the
recall.
carpenter that found her. Yes.
Yeah. There's rumors about a lot of flying creatures, and then there was a baker, Saf Benzib of Benzib's Bakery. They were famous for their rolls with mushroom sauce. That's, I think, all I know here.
Yep,
Yeah, Simon was with Cleo, so go ahead.
It's a small place. It's actually smaller than Red Larch. There's the Harvest Inn, Benzib's Bakery, Volan's Carpentry, the Westbridge Bank, Gulliver's Wagon Works, Longstocking Granaries. There's a tailor, a general store, a grain mill, a temple to Chanti, who is actually the same god who they worship in Golden Fields. There's the watch house. There's a stockyard, another stable, a tannery, a blacksmith, and the Happy Poultry.
What's a happy poultry?
Um, they sell chickens and chicken-related, like they kill chickens and sell meat and
Okay.
feathers.
Like chicken keychains and stuff like that.
Right. Yes.
When we were at that farmhouse earlier, did we get a long rest there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Shit.
Yeah, and I had a lot of different things depending on how you handled that, but you actually handled it the way with the maximum goodness.
Okay.
Sleeping, like if you hadn't gone anyplace, you just slept out. Anybody sleeping out in the open was going to have a level of exhaustion from trying to sleep outside in a thunderstorm. I mean, you got tents, but it was pretty intense. So being
Nice.
in a tent didn't help.
Okay.
Good job, Dundas.
Whoa.
I want to go. Oh, I asked Dundas and Max, and by the way, did you see anything when we passed Cleo Goodfellow's farm? If Maxon would know kind of generally where it was.
Oh,
You
you
didn't
mean
pass close enough to the orchard enough
Oh, okay, we continued
to
the
see.
road.
Yeah, you would have had to
we
go
s-
down the driveway, as it were.
Okay.
we stayed on the main road.
All right. I want to go see if I can find Simon Volan.
Okay, easy enough. Again, small town.
Yeah.
You go to Volan's Carpentry, and the half elf Simul Volan is there.
Say hello, Simon. How are you?
Ah, Grimgar, how are you?
I'm doing well. We're passing through on a caravan going up north, and thought I'd stop by to say hello.
Oh, well, hello. I hadn't heard from any of you.
No, we've been venturing for some time. Haven't gotten back up this way for a while. So
Well, what are you up to now?
we're taking a caravan to Yartar. We want to get up there to investigate some things, and the caravans have been attacked on the road. So we're trying to see if we can figure out some of who's attacking. We just ran into some goblins just outside of town, by the way. They were posing as guards.
Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and really, things are going to get worse as you continue on. Things are bad enough to the south, but the road from here to Tribor, heard it's pretty rough. Be careful in the bog.
Any thing particularly you could advise us of?
Watch out for traps.
Traps, okay.
Yeah, and hey, uh, listen, it's not something I'm all that worried about right now, but at some point, I don't know. I got a bad feeling. Uh,
Oh yeah?
Westbridge is governed by a council of elders, and we're the least protected town in the area, with the exception of Wamford. Uh, now that Wamford has been completely destroyed, the elders, well, they're terrified. Me and my friend Retha, we've been talking. We're concerned that the elders are going to do something stupid.
Oh, like what?
I don't know. Fear makes people act funny. I just got a bad feeling.
Anything we could do to help, or
Well, not right now, because I don't know of anything specific, but I don't know, maybe talk to some other people in town, or at the very least keep your ears open, and I'd really appreciate it if you heard that something bad happened here if you came to investigate.
okay. We'll always keep you in mind. We appreciate all your help dealing with Cleo before.
Yeah, that wasn't a problem.
Yeah. By the way, uh, we had left her, and there's some items that had belonged to Fenton, her brother, that we had, and then they were mysteriously stolen. And have you heard anything about Cleo lately?
Not a word. Nothing.
Anybody down there at her ranch?
No, she never came back.
Abandoned, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Sorry to hear
Yeah.
that.
And all the fruit's been picked clean.
Hmm. Probably by goblins or other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scavengers. All sorts.
Okay. Oh, that's too bad. All right. Yeah. We'll go. I'll go mention this to my companions. We'll go around town and
Well,
just gonna talk to people. But
why
go ahead.
don't you start with the inn?
Okay. Anyone there particularly? Innkeeper usually is the best person to talk to.
Yeah, probably know better about any rumors than I would.
Okay. All right. That's what we'll go do. It's good to see you again, Sam.
Oh, good to see you.
And I leave.
Okay.
And I will go back if the group is still there and inform them what he said. And say, sounds like we should head to the inn and see what we can find out. Why we've got an hour or two here.
Let's do it.
Okay. You guys go to the inn. Most of the people there are normal patrons, and there's only a few of them. There is one guy sitting by himself. He's wearing armor, and he's got a symbol on his clothes that you would recognize as the Order of the Gauntlet. And obviously, you can always talk to the innkeeper as well. But I'm not really planning on role playing any of this. I'm just going to tell you what I tell you.
Okay. I'd like to talk to the innkeeper and to the Order of the Gauntlet guy.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I'll be with him.
Yeah, me too.
Well, if everybody else is.
Okay.
Well, we're deep.
So talking to the innkeeper, he'll tell you that there's still a bunch of people missing. Specifically, people he's worried about are Wilgretta the miner. You were told about her before. One of his best customers. She's missing. And there's also two farmers he's close friends with, Oric and Lafna. They're both missing. And he would uh, recognize what Dundas is. He would say something like, "You're a member of the Investigation Society, right? Could you find these people for us? I'm sure it would bring fame to you within your organization."
Of course.
Okay. So finding those three people, you can consider that a mission for yourself.
Could you repeat the names?
I will.
Greta? Or just send me some?
Yeah. Let me just post it.
Thank you.
I had them in there, and I was like, it kind of makes sense for the investigator to be trying to find missing people. Okay. He will also tell you that the biggest news in town. There's two things. Number one, a fire witch has taken up residence in an old Uthgard barrow near Nettleby Ranch, and has been terrorizing the Nettlebys. She has burned the area around the barrow and has scorched a symbol into the earth and onto some of their cattle. It is that symbol right there. Locals are worried that she might attack other farms, or that the activities will attract the Uthgard. We have enough problems without suffering an attack from those barbarians. Number two, he will tell you that various people have spotted a dragon flying above the Desserin Hills in the past day. People are worried that the Dark Lady of Rundreth Manor may be moving out this way. She is a powerful shadow dragon, and they say she is invulnerable to all kinds of attack, both physical and magical.
What was this lady's name again?
The Dark Lady of Rundreth Manor. They don't know for sure that it's her. That's the concern that they have.
Okay. I ask him if we don't know where Rundreth Manor is.
Yeah, he tell you that I can actually put that on your map. It is north of Amphale. Amphale being north of Red Larch. And there's
Bada bing.
So people are concerned that she may have decided to move way up here someplace. Of course, there's Nettleby Ranch.
I ask him if this Fire Witch is still at Nettleby Ranch to his knowledge.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I would ask when. I mean, you might have already. I forget when they went missing. Those three and last scene, I guess, location.
Last time any of them were seen were in Westbridge, and this was before any of you even came out this way that they went missing.
Okay, so it's been a while.
It's been weeks. The innkeeper will also tell you he doesn't know it himself, but there's actually a song about the Dark Lady, and if you find a bard at some point, you should ask him to play it for you.
He doesn't say anything about the town. Otherwise, the elders and stuff.
Oh no, you don't get any of that from him at all. He's got nothing to say about that. Oh, and the person who runs the Harvest Inn is Haravan Dardragon, what you already know. He's the one that runs the inn and sculpts butts.
That's right.
Oh,
Do you ask him about, like, do you bring it up, or do you wait to see if he says anything?
Are there any butt sculptures around?
No, I meant I meant about the elders.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
You got any ash? My brother? What?
Yeah, I ask him about.
What do you say?
I say, by the way, I've heard there might be some concern over the elders in the town here.
Really? Who'd you hear that from?
I was just outside and there's some people speaking about it. I didn't catch too much of it.
That's awfully interesting. I didn't know that people were unhappy with the elders.
I guess people are concerned everywhere, especially after what happened in Wamford.
Well, I haven't heard any dissatisfaction.
Okay. Can I roll insight on him?
Sure.
I rolled a 16 plus 5, 19.
16 plus 5?
Yep.
21.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
When you asked that, he got a little angry.
Hmm.
Not at you, but at the topic.
I want to ask him, by the way, who are the elders of the town?
Well, the head elder is Gulliver Longstocking. And the other 4 are Jendon, Ratsack, Daydove Silverthread, and me.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that guy's name is
Long
Ratsack.
Stockton. Perfect.
Okay. I'll leave that topic then. I'll thank him for his time and ask him for a beer
Okay.
for everyone in the group here.
All right. Everybody gets a beer.
And
Hell yes.
whatever he charges, I'll like give him an extra gold.
Okay, it's 3 silver.
Okay, so I'll give him a gold 3 some. Say keep the change.
Well, 3 silver a beer.
Oh.
15 silver and a gold.
Okay.
He thanks you.
Okay. And then I want to go talk to that other guy.
Okay. So when you go and talk to him, who is Order of the Gauntlet among you?
I think I am. I'll get to it.
Not I.
Oh, where the hell is it? There's notes.
Send in notes.
Yeah, I'm Order the Gauntlet.
Order of the Gauntlet is Grimgar and Maxon. Okay. So he'd shake your hand, and you see that he's keeping his leg elevated up on another chair, and his legs all wrapped up. He'd tell you that he has stopped in this town. He plans to stay for a few weeks. He broke his leg in a fight with a giant. Of their group that had been fighting the giant, only him and one other guy survived. Osvor Guesswork. Oh yeah, and this guy's name is Herman Bootlip.
Bootlip.
Herman Bootlip.
We've never met him before, have we?
No. And the other guy that was
You've
with
heard
him was
of
Osvor Guesswork.
Okay.
He says that Osvor left to go meet with the Knights of Samular and get some updates.
Okay.
Herman Bootlip.
And he says that the Order has another wanted individual on their list. Thaluna Ma, a sea hag. He says that she has done all manner of nasty things. Kidnapped and eaten children, poisoned the Lord of Waterdeep, murdered some merchants, and literally took a shit on a knight's face while he was sleeping.
Wow.
He says that if you can kill her, you'll earn some renown, and proof of her death gets you 250 gold.
Any idea where she might be?
No clue. They think that she's retreated out to this area someplace, but he doesn't know where.
Okay.
He tells you they've also received a request for a vial of were-rat blood. Apparently, some members of the Order down in Baldur's Gate have someone they're trying to cure, and they need samples from other infected people to come up with a cure to the curse. He wants as many unique samples as you can get, meaning samples from different people. And in addition to the respect you'd earn within the group, they'll trade a potion of greater healing for each unique sample. You can drop that off at any Order of the Gauntlet member. It doesn't have to be him.
Okay.
And Maxon, this is for you too, because you're Order of the Gauntlet as well.
All right.
So these 2 missions, Thaluna Ma and the Were-Rat Blood, are both missions for both of you for Order of the Gauntlet.
Okay.
Some were-rat blood.
Are were-rats like rats or people?
They're people in as much as werewolves are people.
Okay. Got it.
Sweet.
All right. Good enough.
It's rocking. Yeah.
Okay. All right, your 2 hours is up.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
that's rough.
yep. So you load the wagons back up. In investigating the wagons, they didn't find anything wrong with them. And you continue on your way. So you're leaving. What time is this? You got there at 4 o'clock. So this is 6 p.m. now that you leave. Okay. So who is going to do to finish off the 4 to 8 shift during this travel?
I'll do it.
Who's next? Third and
Percy.
Percy.
Aaron and Percy. Okay, make your checks.
17.
Aaron. Travis.
What?
What did you get?
8.
8. Nothing happens during this leg of the trip except an hour in. The front wagon's front axle snaps.
Maxon, come
Ruh-roh.
fix this.
Maxon.
Say, I thought you guys looked at this while we were resting.
Same wheel.
We did. We didn't find anything. Maybe we should have spent the night.
You
Or
guys
it
really need
looked
to be better at
harder.
your jobs.
You could have looked harder.
Oh well. We missed it. What do you want from me?
I need you to pay us for our troubles.
No.
Let's fix this thing.
Alright, I'm on it.
Alright. Maxon, make a carpenter's tools check. And since you're using mending, right?
Sure.
Okay. You have advantage on this check.
I got a 16 plus 8.
Okay. By
Or
using
12 plus 8.
magic in his carpentry, he fixes this in about 15 minutes.
Shazam.
Nice job.
Hell yeah, bro.
Very well done. All right. So you make it a little further past Westbridge, and it is time to stop for the night. Who's taking 8 to midnight?
I'll continue.
Aaron, okay.
Yeah, Percy's good to go.
All right. What are your rolls?
Oh yeah. Okay. 19.
6.
Damn.
Rolled another 2.
I want to. While they're doing that, can I do some stuff?
Yes.
Uh,
Fine.
When do you set up your hut, Theron?
I guess I would do it at what time do we leave in the morning?
Everybody starts getting up around like 6:30.
So maybe 10 o'clock. I'll do it.
Yes, Grimgar.
I want to talk to William Straight.
Okay, so I messed up his name, and you're messing it up even more. It's
I'm sorry. Okay.
Wilhelm Strict.
Strict. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll go over to him after we're stopped. How do you spell strict? Like, I don't think it's the English version of it.
Strict.
Got it. Okay. And say, I heard you talking the other night. Were you awake?
I suppose if I was talking, that I must have been awake.
Who are you talking to?
What time was this?
I think that was the 12 to 4 shift, so I think it was towards the end of the shift, so around 4 o'clock.
I'm sure I was asleep during that time.
I'm pretty sure I heard your voice.
I don't know what to tell you. If I was talking to someone, I was probably talking to my parrot.
I will roll insight on him.
Okay.
Great. I already assume he's lying, but
His parrot squawks.
die. I rolled good. 19 plus 5, 24.
Um, he doesn't look like he's like telling a huge lie. But you can tell that something's not true about this for sure.
Okay.
Like, you definitely think he was awake.
Yeah.
And you definitely think he was talking to somebody. But there's no way in looking at him you can tell whether or not, I mean, maybe he was talking to his parrot.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it for the time being. And then I want to go back to the hut before we go to bed and ask if anybody has another question to ask for my divination spell.
Oh,
The probably not was because of the goblins, see.
Ah, yeah.
And it
I was surprised they didn't attack us, actually.
they could tell that you were a lot stronger than the type of person they want to try to rob. I mean, you accidentally killed one.
This is true. Um, Actually, before I use that, I'm going to use sending, and I will talk to uh, Guacamole and tell him we ran into some goblins posing as guards outside Westbridge. Scared them off. Be careful.
Okay. He says back, thank you very much, Grimgar. I will remember that the next time I see you.
Okay. And then for divination, I guess. How about what's I don't know much about the Black Maw Bog. Maybe what's the best way to get through the bog?
What's the best
yeah.
way? Okay,
I
you're
like that.
sacrificing another boot.
Or or we could go uh, a little further and ask um, what's the best way to catch the people attacking the Zentarum caravans? Because it's within 7 days. I think it's within 7 days that we'll get to Yartar.
Yeah, do that.
Okay,
So what?
that's what I want to
What's
ask.
the best way to do what?
To uh, catch the people, catch uh, the people Snag Mother wants us to find, specifically attacking the Zentarum caravan.
Yeah.
Okay. The answer you get back is, if you travel as you have been, they will attack, but don't let them catch you unaware.
Mm,
Oh boy.
okay. That's how you relate that back to everybody.
Okay, and that's you got to spend 25 gold on that. And what we really should do is at some point we should make you spend money to buy stuff that you can use for this.
Okay.
And that way you can't use it infinitely. You can use it until you run out of that stuff.
Okay.
Um, and remember, you don't have to use a spell slot for this because it's a ritual.
Oh, really?
Clerics, whatever they have prepared, they can
Yeah.
cast as a ritual. As opposed to wizards, they can cast rituals for anything, regardless of whether they have it prepared or not. So as long as you have
Hmm.
something prepared, you can cast it as a ritual that day and not use the spell slot.
Oh. All right. So I could use it every day.
You use it every day, yeah. Which is why I want you to have to buy instead of just spending money every time, which doesn't make any sense.
I
I
gotcha.
need you to buy something that the boot is fine. You're gonna have to buy a whole bunch of boots.
A whole bunch of expensive boots.
Well, that's the other problem. It's got to be a
Yeah.
25 gold boot. Like it's gonna have to actually be a gold boot.
Just holding the boot up and cutting it.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I'll have to think about if there's something else worth 25 gold.
Yeah, look your god up a little bit or something for that.
Yeah.
Okay. During that shift, nothing happens. 12 to 4.
I will keep watch.
Okay, Grimgar's first
I think
of the day.
Erkin usually has.
Yep. Erkin, okay, make your roll. Somebody stop me if there's something else you're doing in the middle here. This is the 12 to 4 shift.
16
Erkin,
total.
I'll
Erkin got a 13.
attune to that
Okay.
thing.
While you're traveling and not keeping watch too, Theron, like you can do all kinds of stuff like that if you wanted to copy a spell into your book or whatever. You're not doing anything this whole time, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so a 16 and a 13, nothing happens on the 12 to 4 shift. 4 to 8,
I'll do it again.
okay, same two people. One gets another 13.
7 for me this time.
Oh boy.
you should stay aware.
Sleepy.
But
Staying up in the middle of the night.
I was sleepy. Alright. Nothing happens during that shift. Either. Load the
Hooray.
wagons back up, and at 8 a.m., you begin your trek toward Black Maw Bog with the plan of stopping to rest just short of the bog.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, perfect. Okay. 8 to 12.
Well,
I learned Magic Circle, by the way. I'm gonna prepare it.
believe it'll be me and Maxon.
Okay. Dundos and Maxon. Alright, what do you get?
I rolled a 16 plus 0.
Okay. Maxon?
Got 15.
15, alright.
The fuck's that?
Alright. Around 11 o'clock. You see up ahead in the road, there's a covered wagon. It's sitting in the middle of the road. There's a little girl sitting next to the wagon on the ground. She's crying. There's a big pile of blankets on the ground next to her. The wagon is tipping forward, and it appears that the front right wheel is broken. There is a brown horse attached to the front, lazily swatting flies with its tail.
Oh shit.
Got us another encounter.
Alright, so I'm gonna make the crew aware. Stop. How far out? We'll stop out. Yeah.
You can see this from a ways away, so you can stop at whatever point you want.
I would say probably about. Fuck. 30 yards.
30 yards. Okay.
And then guess I should have had Percy go swoop by. I'll still have him do it.
Okay. What form is he
And
in?
he's a raven.
He's a raven. Okay. All right. Make a perception check with Percy the Raven using Raven stats.
Perception. 14.
Okay. He flies up and rests on a nearby branch. First
Okay.
thing that he notices is he doesn't hear any other birds. The second thing is that um, he smells apples and he sees some blood on the ground next to the wagon, but not a lot. It's near the pile of blankets, and it looks to be a little human girl just crying by herself.
Okay. Well, guys, I tell you all that, and fuck, we gotta go check it out.
Guess we gotta see it.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna start walking towards the little girl.
So you woke us up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you everything that's going on.
Okay. Before I walk up there, I want to look around and make is there trees around us? What's kind of around the wagons? Could there be somebody hiding, or is it like really flat and open?
Well,
Good
part of the
question.
problems with this road is that there's someone who's going to launch an ambush. Everywhere's a good spot for an ambush. But other than the tree that Percy's on, there's one other tree on the other side of the road that's kind of close. Other than that, there's no trees that are super close. There are another number of bushes in the area around the trees and some tall grass.
Okay.
And how far away are we from the girl right now?
30 yards.
Why don't we move the wagons a little bit closer just in case somebody's trying to ambush us from behind?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How much closer?
I don't know, within like 100 feet.
Okay. Well, 30 yards is 90 feet.
Oh.
Just go
So
50 feet out.
yeah,
Okay. 50 feet out.
my math's not great tonight.
Typical 49ers fan. Can't even win a Super Bowl.
All right, so yeah,
Too distraught by the loss to think
Yep.
clearly.
Yep.
I go up to the little girl.
Okay. She looks up at you.
I wanna. She says she's sitting right next to blankets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna.
But when you walk up that close, she looks
Mhm.
up at you and she says, "Oh, what are you?"
I am Dundas, a Triton. I am here to.
Triton.
Yeah. It's what happened? Are you okay?
Oh, my dad. She just points at the blanket.
Ooh.
Can someone check out those blankets?
Yeah, I'll check them out.
Mason, you're a hero.
How long
Thanks
have
for
those
the
blankets been there for?
Grimgray, you said you check it out?
Sure.
Okay, you lift up the blankets. Right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. You lift up the blankets and you see that there is a man with a wound to his head. There's A lot of blood, but he's alive.
Let's load these people up. Let's go.
I want to heal him.
Okay, what do you do?
I'll use level 1 cure wounds on him.
Okay, how much hit points does he get back?
He gets back 6.
Alright, his max hit points is 4. So he gains 4 hit points.
I was rolling a 1 too. How good I am.
You see the wound kind of close up. It doesn't solve the missing blood situation. He's still pretty pale, but he opens up his eyes. He says, "Are you an angel?"
I say yes. Yes, I am.
Angels are way uglier than I thought they'd be.
Yeah.
I laugh.
And the little girl goes, "Daddy!" and jumps on him, and he goes, "Oh God!"
Hey, why don't you two hop in the wagon over here?
Can he
We
keep
can,
walking?
but I don't.
If
I don't
if
want to
we have
abandon my wagon.
What
okay.
happened to you?
Well, we got up early this morning to go and visit my parents and drop off some apples, and on the way back, one of the wheels suddenly snapped and I fell off trying to get down, and I hit my head, and that's the last thing I remember.
How old
What?
does this little girl look? I would ask. You know.
Well, she's like
Hey,
6.
that's what she looks like to me. Okay.
He was covered with a blanket like all the way, his entire body.
Yes.
Uh, I asked the little girl, why was he covered with a blanket?
He was asleep, and I wanted him to sleep and get better.
Well, he's all better.
And roll insight on that little girl.
Okay.
Suspect.
She just wanted him to be
19.
comfy.
Man,
19.
I'm really good at my insight.
She sounds sincere, and she doesn't know how to heal head wounds.
All right. I want to look in the wagon.
All right. There is a bunch of empty barrels and 1 barrel of apples.
Okay.
Ask the guy if that's all he had in there originally before he fell.
Oh. Yeah, that's all that was left after they dropped off
Okay.
stuff at his
Everything
parents'.
looks good.
Which way you headed?
Our farm isn't too far from here, to the south. Uh, is there anything you could do about my wheel?
I
Yep.
can fix it.
Cracks his fingers. Alright.
Okay.
Do they have their own spare or just
No.
oh? Are we just okay with lending them a spare?
You want to try to fix the wheel they have?
Yeah.
Make a carpentry truck with advantage.
Got an 8 plus 8. 10 plus 8.
10 plus 8. 18 was how hard it was. You fix it. Just barely.
Hooray!
You fix the
Hooray.
wheel he has. Oh man, you're some carpenter.
I learned in Thunder Tree. There's lots of trees.
Well, just so you know, you're lying because you were a baby.
Yeah.
There's lots of trees in
but,
such.
but anyway, all right.
It's in my blood.
uh, so you can either escort them back to their farm or let them go on their own.
How far is it to your farm?
He says it's just a couple of miles.
Yeah, 11.
Really, I'm fine to go on my own.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Gregan Bright.
Okay.
And this is Lucy.
I'm very nice to meet you.
Want some apples?
Sure.
Right. Give you as many apples as you want.
Woohoo!
I'll take some apples to eat.
All right. Continuing on from that, I gotta see where we are here. All right. At noon, Strict wants to take a rest. So who's doing 12 to 4?
Think. Yeah, me and Max.
Me
Okay.
again.
Do your rolls.
12.
24.
24.
Or no.
Woo.
Or no. This perception 20 total.
20 total. All right. Nothing happens during the rest. At 2 o'clock, you begin traveling again. And near the end of the shift, you come upon an area where you can see there is a whole bunch of dead goblins. They're just laying all over the place. On the road, at the side of the road. There's dead goblins all over.
Someone beat us to it.
Looks like there's about 14 of them.
Damn. Well, I want to check the bodies.
Okay, tell me what you do when you roll up on all the dead goblins.
Well, are they in the road? I guess I should ask that.
They're
There
just
are some in
scattered.
the road.
They're just kind of scattered, like you said.
Yep.
Okay. Well, seeing that there was a slaughter, kind of should secure the area. So I would send Percy out and do a little loop around.
Okay, have him do a perception check.
Perception for him, he got a 1.
All right, he didn't see anything.
Damn it. He comes back. All right, try again. So he's gonna go one more time. No. So he didn't see anything. I don't know. I guess. What do you think, man? Just keep going cautiously.
We stopped.
Yeah, you can't just roll over the bodies anyway. They're in the road.
All right. So
But we don't
Beat it up.
stop close to them. We stopped like a while ago.
So we get up to yeah, I'd get out and go. I'd let everybody know what's going on. That we gotta go
Okay.
clear the road.
What are you investigating?
Just
Install the
looking at
bell.
the area, like seeing what exactly might have happened to them.
Okay.
If there's anything
Make
that
an
I can
investigation check, detective.
see. Oh, consider it done. I rolled a 15 plus 2,
Okay.
17.
Looking around, looking at the feathers that you find around the area, you determine that these and their injuries, you determine that all these goblins were killed by one or two owl bears.
I lick a feather. Owl bears.
I see.
I presume. Alright, so. Alright. Interesting.
A stench of owlbear.
I want to pull, with the help of everyone, start pulling the bodies off the road.
Pretty easy. They're light. They're goblins.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to watch out for these owl, whatever they were called?
Owl bears, yeah, we'll have
Owl
to
bear.
be worried
Yes.
about them. They're quite large.
Owl bears.
Did the goblins have any markings of any kind on them?
Did you look at them?
Like identifying markings. Yeah, I'll look at them.
Okay. Are you looting them? What are you doing?
I just want to see what they've got on them. I guess like are they just regular goblins or do they have
Okay, make an
any
investigation check.
insignia or whatever it might be? 17.
You don't find any insignias or anything on them. Most goblins wouldn't have that anyway, but
Yeah.
these ones don't. A number of them appear to have filed their teeth to make them sharper.
Okay.
Um, and they have various weapons, some of which are broken, some of which are in good shape.
Okay. Nothing particularly interesting then about these goblins.
None that you can see. Nope.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Road is clear. I say we keep on keeping on.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Where are we at here? That was 12, so 4. All right. Last spot before we stop. Oh, wait a minute. I'm confused about that. Okay, we will. It's 10 o'clock, so we will pick up next time. So this is where we've stopped. It's about 4 o'clock. You've got a little bit more travel before you stop for the night. You are almost at the edge of the bog.
Whoop whoop.
Sweet.
Okay.
Cool, man.
I think there wasn't a lot that happened this time, but I think next session there will be some more fun stuff because we'll get to do the trip through the bog.
Oh shit.
I'm sure that'll be uneventful. Yeah.
Yep. Nothing will happen.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing in the bog. Yeah. You can pass through it without problem.
All right. Any questions or anything, guys?
No. I
Nope.
think I'm feeling pretty good.
All right. When are we playing again? Monday?
Yeah, Monday
Sure.
works for me.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds good.
Sure.
Let Chris tell us if there's anything.
Yeah. Monday's like the 10th.
Okay. Monday the
Yeah.
10th. All right.
Cool.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it was fun.
It would have been nice if I could have found a way to move us faster tonight, but it just wasn't happening.
Yeah,
That
we
was
got a
cool.
bunch of
Part
stuff
of the
done.
problem is when you
Yeah.
do guacamole stuff, is each of you've got to take the time to actually look at stuff, and so it slows things down a lot.
Definitely worth it though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think you found some cool stuff, and we'll just have to remember next time for Chris to see if he has any interest in that dagger or those crossbow bolts or something.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had too much money there for a while. It was good to stop and spend it and
Yeah.
sell some stuff.
Oh,
So
absolutely. I took so basically these guys, and there was actually a few more people at the Vale. And since you guys never went to the store, you never saw them. So at least you ended up running into these guys
yeah,
afterward. You missed a couple
yeah,
other people, but I thought you
yeah.
needed
So
somebody that would have interest in jewelry.